Picture this. You walk into a gas station, the kind with one flickering fluorescent light, two pumps, a microwaved hot dog rotating in the window like it's seeing things, and a guy behind the counter who shorted you 47 cents and change the last 3 times you bought a Red Bull. Now imagine that guy, that exact guy, leans over the lottery scratchers, makes direct eye contact with you, and says, "Hey, buddy, I'm thinking about buying Shell, the whole company, all of it. I'm going to do it." You'd laugh, you'd nod politely, you'd back out of the store like you just realized he had a knife. That, my friends, is exactly what just happened in corporate America. Except the gas station is GameStop, the oil company is eBay, and the guy behind the counter is Ryan Cohen, and he's not joking. He never is. Let's get into it. Okay, story time. On May 3rd, Ryan Cohen, the CEO of GameStop, the guy who founded Chewy.com, and apparently woke up one morning craving carnage, sent eBay a love letter. And by love letter, I mean an unsolicited, non-binding proposal to buy the entire company. $125 a share, half cash, half GameStop stock. A deal valuing eBay at roughly $56 billion. Cool, sure, normal Tuesday energy. Here's the part where I lost it. GameStop, the company doing the buying, is currently worth about $10.3 billion. eBay is worth $56 billion. Do the math with me. That is GameStop offering to buy a company that is more than 4 times its own size. Be so for real. That is a Honda Civic trying to swallow a U-Haul truck. That is a guy on a moped attempting to tow a yacht. That is, and I want you to picture this, a Chihuahua walking into a steakhouse and asking the cow to please get in his mouth. And he didn't even bring eBay flowers first. There were no discussions, no phone calls, no, hey, just floating an idea. Cohen sent the proposal cold, like a hinge message at 2 a.m. from a guy with one shirtless gym mirror photo in the bio, looking for something real. eBay, to their credit, read the room. On May 12th, their board responded, and I'm paraphrasing here with a letter that basically said, "Hi, Ryan, your offer is neither credible nor attractive. We don't trust your financing. We don't trust your debt. We don't trust your governance. We don't trust your executive compensation practices. Have a wonderful day." That is corporate speak for absolutely not weirdo. Excuse me, what? eBay just walked up to the CEO of GameStop and politely said, "You look like a financial liability," and then closed the door in his face publicly with a press release in a filing so that the entire shareholder base could read it. And does Ryan Cohen take the L? Does he go quietly into the night and rethink his choices? Does he order Postmates and watch a movie like a normal human being? No. No, he does not. Because 4 days before all this, on May 10th, Cohen, who is a fully grown adult man who runs a publicly traded company, gets on X and posts, quote, "Only in corporate America." That's it. That is the entire tweet, lowercase, no punctuation, like a guy live tweeting the worst breakup of his life from the parking lot of an Applebee's. And here's where it gets worse, because this isn't just a guy throwing tantrum tweets and writing strongly worded letters. Wait until you hear what he's actually doing in the background. GameStop has been quietly building a 5% stake in eBay. They've been buying the stock, loading up the cannon, because Cohen's plan, as he said this in interviews, this isn't a leak, is to bypass eBay's board entirely and take the offer directly to eBay shareholders. That's what hostile takeover means. It's not just spicy language. It's a corporate playbook with actual moves. Step 1, propose nicely. Step 2, get rejected. Step 3, accumulate shares. Step 4, go around the board and pitch the deal to every individual shareholder, basically saying, hey, your management hates this offer, but you can vote them out and force them to take it. It is a coup. It is a legal, paperwork filed, SEC registered, blue-suited, hostile corporate coup. And it's been running since at least May 1st, when Cohen attached a highly confident financing letter from TD Securities to his initial bid, which is the corporate bank version of showing up to a job interview with a photocopy of your friend saying you're cool. Now, here's the part Cohen genuinely has them dead to rights on, and I want to be fair. His letter to the eBay chairman called out the fact that eBay's CEO got paid $144 million over 6 years on the job, during which the company's active buyer base shrank $144 million to oversee a decline. That's real. That's a real number. You can stack receipts on this like a Jenga tower of corporate red flags, and individually each block is goofy, but together it starts to look like a case. And that's why the takeover threat isn't completely deranged on its face. Cohen isn't entirely wrong about the rot. He's just doing the most absurd possible thing about it, which is offering to buy his way in with money he doesn't fully have, using a company that famously sells you a used controller for $30. Let's drop the bit for a second, genuinely. I want to talk about who actually loses in this scenario, because it's not Ryan Cohen and it's not the CEO of eBay. Those guys are going to be fine. They have lawyers, they have private chefs, they have entire human beings whose job is to fold their socks. they're fine. The person who loses is a guy I'm going to make up, but who I promise exists. His name is Dave. He's 43. He runs a baseball card and memorabilia shop out of a strip mall outside Pittsburgh. The shop pays him just barely enough to keep the lights on, but the real money, the money that pays his mortgage, the money that put braces on his daughter's teeth, comes from his eBay store. Dave has been on eBay since 2006. He has 6,500 positive reviews. eBay is not a website to Dave. eBay is the reason his family has a roof. And Dave is currently watching two billionaires play tug-of-war at the platform his entire life is built on. He didn't ask for this. He didn't vote for this. He has no say in this. He just opens his laptop every morning and refreshes the eBay seller dashboard and prays the rules don't change today. That's what's really at stake here. It's not the stock price. It's not the corporate ego trip. It's the small sellers, the side hustlers, the retirees who flip vintage glassware to pay their property taxes, the college kid clearing out his late grandfather's coin collection. They are the actual engine of that platform. And every time a Ryan Cohen lobs a hostile bid over the wall, they are the ones who feel it first. eBay used to be a yard sale for the world. We have got to stop letting billionaires play poker with people's livelihoods like they're chips in a stack. Okay, so back to clowning, because I've been sitting on this detail the entire video and I'm going to let it out now. Are you ready? Cohen is the founder of Chewy.com, the pet food website. The guy whose entire claim to fame is selling dog kibble at scale is now attempting one of the most ambitious hostile takeovers in recent retail memory against an online marketplace 4 times the size of his current company. That is the lore. That is what we're working with. The Chewy guy is trying to eat eBay. And I'm not even saying the bones of his complaint are wrong. The eBay CEO getting $144 million while shrinking the buyer base, that's a real conversation. Executive comp in tech is a real conversation. But the answer to this house is on fire is not, I will now drive a school bus through the front door. There's a middle ground. Pick the middle ground, please. Here's what I'd love to see happen. I want eBay's board to hold firm. I want them to call Cohen's bluff on the financing. I want some enterprising reporter to actually print the term sheet from TD Securities and let us all read it like a Goodreads review. And I want Ryan Cohen to wake up next Tuesday and remember he runs a video game store and maybe try fixing that company first. Wild concept, revolutionary even. This video pulled you out of pretending to work while your boss is in another meeting that should have been a Slack message. Do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you get notified the next time corporate America does something this profoundly stupid. It will not take long. And in the comments, I gotta know, what is the most unhinged thing you ever bought or sold on eBay? I want stories. I want the cursed Pokemon cards. I want the weird collectibles. I want the haunted lamp your aunt sold for $60. Tell me everything. That's the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cyler out.